tonight. Can Lisa take the lead
I've never, ever told anyone I love them.
in the race for Blake's affections?
I know it is hard sometimes to express how I'm feeling.
And
Welcome to one of Australia's most haunted locations.
a ghostly group date
I'm just going to go in and hold hands with one of the girls or with Blake if I can.
where it's Jess
She can't get away from it. It's annoying.
who's doing the haunting.
It's not a single date, Jess, sorry to tell you.
Should we head back inside?
No.
Before a medical emergency
She's gone to hospital.
rocks the mansion.
I'm quite worried about her.
It feels so weird. I feel like, you know, we used to fill out 2 rooms and now we fill up half of one. It's
Yeah.
strange.
Yeah.
It's the smallest we've ever been. We're in single digits. It's like the ball's rolling.
For a lot of the girls, it's getting into kind of second date territory. I think in a group setting, I'm a little bit more, I'm happy to kind of observe a little bit more. Whereas if I had another single date, it's like, right, this is my territory as well.
Go, Jess. I'm a bit curious, so I'm going to read this one.
All right.
All right. Any theories on who it's definitely going to?
Gotta be Lisa.
I hope it's me. I'm really hoping that my name's on this single date card. It's been a while since I've had that one-on-one time with Blake, so it'd be nice to reconnect with him and get back to where we started.
The second date is kind of make or break, and I'm really hoping to have that and just see where it goes. And I think, you know, it's needed.
Jesse. You get my heart racing. Lisa.
Race pass. Look, I am so excited. I've been waiting for this second date for a while now, so I was so happy when my name was called out.
That's kind of cute.
I'm so excited.
I'm happy for Lisa, but at the same time, I'd love to get some Blake time.
It makes me very nervous that Lisa gets the single date. She's obviously one of Blake's favourites.
What are you thinking, Lucy? I guess racing has something to do with it.
Wait, I get it.
Oh, boats?
You're going to the races.
The races, it's the best thing. I absolutely love the races. It would be an ultimate date for me.
It's strange. When I see Lisa and Blake together, I think they have a great connection. But the last couple of weeks, she's been struggling to open up to Blake.
I'm really looking forward to this date with Lisa. She's so fun. She's just got this bubbly energy about her and it's contagious. But today with Lisa, I'd just really like to get to know her more, you know, get her to open up to me more, and let's see if we can take this to another level.
It's very hard to open up and talk about my feelings. I've been like this my whole life, but we're getting closer to the end, and I think I definitely will tell Blake how I'm feeling. How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
So exciting. You know how much I love the races.
No.
Thank you.
No problem, no problem. Well, look, shall we go for the walk?
Let's go.
Sure.
I mentioned to Blake at the last cocktail party that I really love the races. It's one of my favourite things to do. So I don't know how he turned this around so quickly and hired out the whole Randwick race course. What a legend. Well, it's going to be a different day for both of us.
right.
I'm usually with all my girlfriends, so it's actually nice to walk in linked arms with a man.
Aww. We've got the racetrack to ourselves, and I've organised a special race. Lisa and I are going to go head-to-head with our own horses. I'm going to call this one Maverick, if I can. It's personal sentiment. Okay. Maverick will be racing on my behalf today.
The last time Lisa and I went on a date together, we came up with a couple of aliases. I was Maverick,
and she was Foxy. And I wanted to keep that tradition going.
All right, well, I'm going to call my horse Foxy.
all right. So it's the original Maverick and Foxy
Yeah.
again.
It was kind of cute that he remembered that and brought that up.
All right, so you think your horse is going to win, hey?
I got this in the bag. It's not even, it's just going to be one long victory
Getting
lap.
quite competitive about this. You know what? I'm quite confident. I want to put a bet on this.
Oh, what have you got in mind?
Well, I wouldn't mind a little massage.
Oh, right.
You know, it's not a bad bet. I don't even mind losing. I kind of feel like it's a win-win situation.
Look what we have here.
Oh, this is beautiful. I can't believe this is a perfect position.
Where would
And
you
this
like
is
to
like
sit?
right at the finish line, isn't it?
It is.
Oh.
The whole place was empty and it was just us two watching this race. What more could I ask for?
Oh my God, this is so cool.
I kind of thought, I've got this in the bag. Let's go, Foxy.
Yeah. Can we see him?
Yes, you want to have
Hey,
a
there we
look?
go. I can see Maverick's in front.
Oh, there is green in front.
The race started and Lisa's competitive side came out. She was pumped, cheering on her horse.
I can't even see this.
Come on! Look at him, he's coming around. I've got this in the bag. I've got this in
No,
the
you
bag.
don't. Oh my God, Foxy! Woo!
Jeez,
Come
that's a
on.
close one.
Blake got so excited during the race. The auctioneering came out in him and he started commentating on the race.
Maverick's rounding the final turn, ladies and gentlemen.
I think
Coming
there's
up on
one
the
in
left-hand
it.
side there. Coming at us with a fantastic pace. Oh, I sound the final stretch right now. Can you feel the adrenaline? Can you feel the adrenaline, ladies and gentlemen? It's coming up right now. Come on, Maverick. You've got it. Bring it on. Come on, all the way. All the way. You can do it. Pull it in. Bring it on.
This is an ideal date. I'm in my element. I'm having so much fun. We just watched my horse win. It doesn't get better. Good commentating, by the way. I like that.
Look, a bit of the auctioneer coming out in there.
Yeah, that was! Oh, you enjoyed it. See, at least you had a little bit of fun.
I did. It was great. It was on. I'm just teasing. I'm just teasing.
Oh, cheers.
To Foxy and Maverick.
My heart is racing. The date card was spot on. But, just to be with Blake, he's such a lovely guy and I just feel that we've connected on a different level. Oh, thank you. It's been incredible. This is just me to a T and I'm so happy to get to spend it with you as well. So let's cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
Lorena, do you have a joker?
No.
Lorena, do you have an ace?
Yes.
So sitting around the fire with the girls. 8, 3, 6, 7, 8. And suddenly, Chantel runs in with a date card, and it's always the most ecstatic moment the minute you see that gold envelope.
Who hasn't been on a group date for a little while?
Yeah. I've been on one group date and it wasn't effective with me getting to know Blake any better, I'm going to be honest. I'd love to get to know him more.
A good half of this group have not been on a group date for a little while.
I wonder how it's going to go now that the numbers have dwindled. Will it be a small, intimate date or will he just take all of us?
If I don't get a date this week, I'm going to be definitely disappointed because I really miss Blake and I want to hang out with him.
Ready?
Yeah, go.
All right.
Is it exciting? Right.
There's 2 cards.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Are you a believer?
Like, yep.
A magic show.
Magic.
Going off the lead.
I like that.
I'm convinced it's Are You a Believer in Fairy Tales? This group date is something relating to a fairy tale, something that's going to be extravagant and beautiful, long dresses, lots of fun.
Alrighty. First girl is Sam.
Sam was first, and I was like, okay, she's been on a lot of dates. What's she doing? She's had 2 single dates, and yeah, she's a bit of a favourite.
The next girl is Louise.
We all clap each other.
Zoe.
Date time!
The next girl is Lauren. And the lucky last.
Okay, so 3 here. That's all right.
That's probably a little bit too
Want it to be me, but I don't think it will be. I think it's more likely to be Lorena or Chantel.
Yeah. I really want to be here. I really want to move forward with Blake, and I want to, you know, forge that commitment and connection with him that we can be together after this.
The lucky last girl is... There is only one name left on this card.
I really want to be here. I really want to move forward with Blake.
The lucky last girl who will be attending this date is... Jess.
I was absolutely shocked that I was on the group date. And I'm kind of wondering if maybe it's a test to see how I handle seeing Blake interact with other girls, to see if I follow through on not being jealous or possessive.
I have never been on a group date.
Jessie hasn't been on a group date since the Luna Park date, and she really upset everybody on that date. Jess was like a stage 5 clinger on Blake, and nobody else could get any time with him without getting through Jess first. It's like if you got out of Blake's face for 2 seconds, does he magnetise towards you every second? No, he doesn't.
I'm nervous to be on this group date.
I think every group date is different, and it's hard to know what's going to happen until you actually get there and get a feel and scope out the environment.
All the girls will be happy if Blake does end up pulling us aside for one-on-one time. Everyone will be happy to let each person kind of go and have their time. I can't imagine anything crazy going down.
Wow, this is absolutely amazing.
Thought I'd bring some lovely Sydney views.
Oh, this is so
to our
beautiful,
lunch.
Blake.
It's not something you get every day. I can picture a future together with Lisa, and that excites me. I've got some big decisions coming up, and you know, if we're going to go on from here and have a relationship together in a future, I need to know she has feelings for me.
You know what? Sometimes the races with a partner is okay.
That's right. I mean, you did mention in
It's
the group.
actually a lot better than going with your girlfriends.
Well, look, you know, mix it up a little.
Yeah, you proved me
Mix it
wrong
up.
there. I've never, ever told anyone I love them, and it's very hard to talk about it. But as the day goes on, hopefully I will get the chance to tell him how I'm feeling.
I think we can maybe a bit of a toast to come into the races as a couple.
I like that.
Yeah.
As much as we were having fun, it was just time to kind of chat about careers, what we want out of this, and our upbringings, our family.
My sister's just had a baby, and oh my God, her having the baby has brought my whole family together, and I just feel that, you know, it's down my alley. Like, I would love to have a family and have kids, and I want, you know, my parents to be quite involved as well, so.
So that means they're going to have to be Queensland babies.
Well, I'm not sure.
I've actually thought about it, to be honest, because you're someone that I've been able to picture a future with, and I've thought, how would that go? And from what you've said and what you've told me before about family and that, I've pretty much come to the conclusion that I would be travelling if that happens, and yeah, I'd be fine with that.
Oh my God, this is a good day. Oh, it's really nice of you to say that. That is just massive. I'm getting a little bit teary about it. It was very emotional, the chat, but just so happy, and I'm happy that he's feeling that way as well. Just to hear you say that really means a lot to me, whether it happens or not, just to know that you're thinking that way.
Yeah. Oh. Thank you.
I like it. I haven't felt like this in a while. It's nice. I'm so over the moon. I'm so happy.
It's been lovely having you here today. I've been looking forward to spending more time with you and getting to know you.
Yeah, I really like you. I I definitely told Blake that I liked him, and he was probably wanting a little bit more from me at this stage, considering that he opened completely up to me. And, you know, I feel that there is love there, and I feel as if, you know, I want to tell him, I just want to find the right moment. So beautiful. Could it even get any better?
Would you like to have a seat?
Oh, more champagne.
Well, I reckon keep the victory champagne flowing.
So what happened there? Did we have a bet or?
Lisa was pretty keen to cash in on her bet. It was time for me to pay up with a massage, and I was more than happy to oblige.
Oh, you got strong hands. Oh, this is so good.
Yeah, enjoying the victory massage.
I am
It's been a good day for you.
Might be a bit of a keeper, Blake, with these hands.
Right, so you're trying to say you're getting used to this. I don't
I could
think you're going to be
definitely get used
winning
to this.
every time we're making bets.
It's really nice. Oh.
It is terrifying talking about my feelings, but I feel that
Tonight could definitely be the right moment. Look, I have had a really good day with you, and I just wanted to let you know. I know it is hard sometimes to express how I'm feeling. It's just nice to share these moments with you, and I just wanted to let you know that I can definitely see myself falling in love with you.
Kind of speechless. I didn't expect that. Thank you.
I know it's taken me all day to let you know, and I think that, you know, we do have fun times together, and we have been on incredible dates, and I feel that this has been the most appropriate time to say it. And it's hard to open up, and yeah, I hope that you can trust what I say and know that it is real.
I believe that. I really do. For her to come out with her feelings, I know she means them. I know she's been honest and she's been upfront with me. She's putting her heart on her sleeve, and that, it helps me. It helps me do the exact same thing. Lisa, will you accept this rose?
Of course I will. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I would definitely sum up the day as one of the most ultimate experiences I've ever had. I feel that I connected with Blake on a different level. He's definitely someone that I could see myself with in the future.
Nothing will top this day. It's been absolutely amazing.
It means a lot to me.
Lisa was absolutely ecstatic when she came back from her single date.
How was it?
Gorgeous.
Are you missing something?
I would have been dead shocked if Lisa had come back without a rose.
Okay, so everyone knows I love the races.
Yeah.
Played out the whole race course.
Wow.
Yeah. So I was front row at my own show with my own horse.
That is awesome.
It is so hard to see time after time girls going on dates and then returning and talking about how amazing the time has been, and you think, okay, all right, and it's a very confusing time.
We made a bet before our horses raced, and the person who lost had to give the other person a massage.
All right, we don't need to hear any of this.
So yeah, he set up the room, and I walked in and there was candles everywhere.
All right, time out.
I was thinking, you know, we got massage beds coming out.
So did you have to unzip the dress?
Well, I was thinking, oh my God, what am I going to do? But that didn't happen. It was just like, you know, just like this.
Oh, okay, okay.
Just a nice one.
It was a bit confronting hearing all the details. I think I'm a bit more emotionally invested. I try and separate my Blake that I'm dating from the Blake that Lisa's dating, but hearing all the details, it is hard.
I just had the best day.
Yeah. Lisa and Blake have a connection that I don't have. I think the thing is essentially I just try not to compare my experience and my connection with Blake to anyone else's, because the minute I do that, I'll start doubting myself and insecurities will come in, and that's just not a door I'm going to open.
Coming up, a house of horrors.
Is there anything that could happen that would make you bolt out the door and leave us?
As Jess makes a beeline for Blake.
Every single point of the evening, Jess was in a 30-centimetre radius at all times. She can't get away from it. It's annoying because you can't even talk to her.
Maybe to satisfy what some of the girls would have liked, I would have had to have stood on the other side of the room and not talked to Blake.
Morning, team.
Hey, Sammy.
How you going?
Good. Did you hear about Lorena?
No, what's wrong with Lorena?
She's gone to hospital.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
So do we know, like, what's wrong with her? Is it...
We don't know. We haven't had any news or any update, but she was literally coiled over in pain last night, and she was saying, Shant's like, if this gets any worse, then I'm going to have to go to hospital. And Zoe was then up with her all night, and yeah, it's just... It's pretty bad. I'm quite worried about her. It must be pretty serious because it's not like they've given her medication and sent her back home for bed rest. She is there because something is really not quite right and she's in a lot of pain.
Now, what does that mean going into rose ceremonies and moving forward?
Well, I think one way or another it's going to affect her. It's a very hard moment where there's a huge focus on her health and that comes first, and the timing couldn't be worse.
And I think, honestly, Blake will care for her as a friend, regardless of whether or not those romantic feelings are there. And he will want the best for her, but at the same time, given the nature of this journey, he may be forced to draw a conclusion on that relationship sooner rather than later.
Yeah. There's only 8 of us left, so moving forward in terms of rose ceremonies and her connection with Blake, it's interesting and it's kind of a fine line.
Look at this view.
Oh, that is beautiful.
Why are we out here?
We're walking through these creepy, rickety buildings.
I feel like we've actually gone a little bit back in time.
And there is Blake, Osher, and this woman. And we have no idea what is going on because why is there another girl on scene?
Usually with these dates, I try to have everything planned down to a T. Tonight, I'm going to have to leave things in the hands of others and, well, I don't know what's going to happen.
Hello, ladies.
Hi.
Welcome to the Q Station, one of Australia's most picturesque and haunted locations.
Lucky I'm big and brave.
Yeah, thank God you would not let it go. Look, I'm not going to lie, it could definitely work to my favour being a bit scared, a bit jumpy, and especially when there's a big buff man around, you know. Let's be real.
On these grounds is the old quarantine station. Thousands of immigrants came through these doors and on their way to a new life in Australia. However, for many that came across the seas, their journey ended here. Their bodies are buried on this property and some say their spirits still haunt the grounds.
That sounds romantic.
After the sun goes down, you'll be taking a private tour around the grounds with one of Australia's most respected psychics and spirit mediums, Debbie Malone. Debbie, what do the ladies need to know about what goes on here?
Well, it is extremely haunted here. I've had quite a number of visits to this place and had a lot of experiences, so you should be expecting lots of visits from ghosts tonight.
I'm going to leave you guys to have a great night.
What, you're not sticking around?
No, I'm going to get out of here. Have a lovely night. Good luck.
Bye, Asha. Bye.
Let's get it started.
I am super excited about today's date. I'm not going to try and be brave. Damsel in distress, a bit afraid, Blake might come and save the day, who knows?
I think today I've just been so thrown by what we're doing. I've got no idea, no strategy. I'm just going to go in and hold hands with one of the girls or with Blake if I can.
Walking into that hospital, it was quite overwhelming. Everything was kind of set how it would be in a hospital, and it was quite eerie.
You know, I'll go first.
So I'm a psychic medium and a clairvoyant, so I see past, present, future. I feel like there's energies around me now because I'm getting really cold on my back. And you might find there'll be some interesting energies that'll appear in here tonight. Yeah, would you like to go first? So then we'll just get you to swap seats and we'll tune in and see what happens.
Going into this reading, I'm really open-minded. I've never had an experience like it before, but I'm willing to see what happens.
So what's your birthday?
10. I think if Debbie tells me that I have a tall, dark and handsome man in my future and he happens to be my soulmate, I'll be a converted believer.
Okay, so you're a 1 and a 5. So being a 1, you're quite independent, you're quite strong-willed.
Independent, strong-willed, tick, tick. It's definitely her.
Okay, so you're in a master number 11 year this year, which is really wonderful. It's also a year for meeting your soulmate, so that's a positive side to things. They're actually showing me a little rose and it's starting to blossom.
Oh, wow. I sort of skimmed over that detail and didn't really think too much about it.
Maybe she meant I'd get the final one.
Now, do you have any jewellery on you?
Yeah, I do. I'm very open to it, so I'm looking forward to what she has to say. But you definitely think, oh God, what's she gonna read?
Boy, you worry, don't you? Each and you overanalyse, you worry.
Naturally, in this journey, you are a bit worried because you're never too sure of where you stand with Blake.
You overanalyse things. It's just a matter of you putting the first foot forward, I suppose, would be the thing.
Sam definitely does doubt herself. She doesn't see herself maybe as completely competent or as beautiful as others have, and certainly I do.
So would you like to go next? Don't worry, I'm not going near the romance side. I'm being shown it's really hard there.
You can go there. You could make the next few weeks for us really simple.
I could.
Do you, not necessarily being specific, but...
Fish, I give a rooster.
Can you see it happening?
Yeah, I think it's got a very good probability that it could.
Something that is lasting?
Yes. Yeah, it could last. Can feel them all in here. Isn't that interesting that that's doing that?
How does Debbie sleep at night? I do not know. Like, seriously. Jesus.
The next stop on the tour was the morgue and the laboratory. Is there anything that could happen that would make you bolt out the door and leave us?
No. The one that has to stick around and make sure everyone's all right.
This is the first date that I've been on since the Luna Park date, and I've certainly tried to be quite mindful of the girls while still being the same person I am and being the same as I would around Blake.
Is this person gonna jump out of it?
Oh, hell no. I will run.
That room was creepy. It was hands down just weird. I wouldn't want to spend the night there.
We've had people on tours who actually come into the morgue, and instead of our dummy here, they'll actually see a man lying on the slab.
At every single point of the evening, Jess was in a 30-centimetre radius of Blake at all times. She can't get away from it. It's annoying because you can't even talk to him.
Okay, it's all downhill from here.
Blake is a gentleman, and I really noticed on the trip that as we were walking places, Blake stood and waited behind for all of us, so almost like a bit of a protective barrier behind all of us girls. And Jess also stood back and always waited next to him. And there's no way he's ever going to not speak to her.
Have you ever done any other ghost tours?
Yeah, I did one in New Orleans.
That would have been amazing. I'm social and I'm curious, and Blake is a prospective partner, but he's also a person that I'm trying to get to know. And so in a group setting, I'll start general conversation if no one's really talking.
Like, you bottle up all that energy, don't you? Like, it was really impressive.
Oh, cool. It's definitely interesting watching Jess in action. I think she is oblivious.
When I've been in here, I've actually seen some men sitting up there on the rafters just watching me.
She's just so concerned on having that relationship with Blake that she misses the point entirely and forgets you're on a group date and forgets it's about also how you're interacting with the other girls and enjoying this experience.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on over there. Whether it's spirits doing that, it's really quiet. It's horrible.
I think I tried to be more mindful, but maybe to satisfy what some of the girls would have liked, I would have had to have stood on the other side of the room and not talked to Blake.
Coming up, as Blake and Jess continue to connect,
Head back inside.
No.
Sam's frustrations come to the fore.
Every time she's on a group date, it's exactly the same. It's not a single date, Jess, sorry to tell you. Alarm bells, guess what? Not a single date.
Would you like to know about the ghosts of the gas inhalation chambers?
Yeah. This is my first group date that I've been on with Jess, and I think she did monopolise a lot of Blake's time today. Yeah, cool. There was one point where my lantern went out, and I was like, I can use this as a move.
Here's a you're sure.
No, I'm going to get some Blake time. Made the lantern go out purposely. It's all tactics. And he was there with Jess, and she stayed there and continued talking to him, so he was turned like that, and I was in the dark. I couldn't see where I was walking. Sam, can I have your lantern with you?
Yep. Hold it in the middle so it lights both of us.
Yay, thank you for sharing. Luckily, Sam grabbed me. She's like, that's embarrassing, Zoe, come up here with me. Just completely unaware.
This is one of the places where you may actually smell a ghost.
I don't think it's the correct behaviour. I wouldn't act like that. I'm very aware in a social setting.
Oh my goodness, look how beautiful this is. Hopefully, the rest of the evening, we'll actually get to spend time with Blake.
I'm going to take this fabulous
I was going to give it to Blake, but yes, go ahead.
Would you like the huge red? Because I think
so
Sam's
full?
sending you a message.
It's all good.
But I expect Jess will be all up in Blake's grill, as always, and we won't really get a chance.
Well, I've got a ghost story, but I'd actually like to tell you privately first, if I can.
All right.
Let's go for a walk. I had a chat with Lauren, and she's got such a warm, loving personality, and it was good to be able to reconnect with her again. She still seems a bit shy around me, and is she going to be too shy for me going forward? I'm not sure.
Oh, wow.
So how was the experience for you today?
Yeah, good. Just interesting.
Yeah.
You've had a fair bit of time with him already, Jessie. You guys have lots and lots of chats all night.
I've had a fair amount of time. That doesn't mean I'd ever turn down any more, but I'm obviously very content with.
Did you have some good chats tonight? You two were up the rear chatting away.
Yeah, we were just sort of chatting away. Yeah, it was really nice. You know, touching base.
I still don't know why you've not have had a long relationship.
Yeah.
I
don't know. I think you know what? It is that thing where it's got to be more than something good. It has to be amazing.
Yeah.
And I'm not willing to settle for something that's good, if that makes sense.
You know what? I still couldn't tell you if there's a spark with Blake. There's a connection. There's definitely a connection there. But at this point, it's kind of just like you're kind of stepping on eggshells a little bit and going, is there, isn't there? I'm not sure. I'm going to take my time.
Hey!
Hey.
Hi.
Is there room on the couch?
Yeah, sure thing. Let's squeeze one up.
So you can move over.
Jess, would you like to come for a walk?
I would love to.
Blake and I always pick up exactly where we left off, so it's really, really nice to spend time with him, particularly when it's a little sooner than I'm expecting.
How have you enjoyed the night?
It's been really great. I've actually had so much fun.
I'm not going to lie, I am quite disappointed in Jess when everything went down after this was her behaviour on all the other group dates. I mediated and I stood up for her.
Oh, thank you for sharing and having a glass of wine with me at one of the most haunted locations I've ever been to, but still managed to turn it into something kind of romantic.
It's just being self-aware and being aware of what this is. And, you know, it's not a single date, Jess, sorry to tell you. Alarm bells, guess what? Not a single date. There's a lot of girls on that date card.
Yeah.
Should we head back inside?
No.
I think that the cocktail party will be very interesting because I know myself personally, I want to speak to Blake and get a few things off my chest, and I know a few of the other girls do as well.
Oh, hi.
Hello.
Hello.
I think it'll be a very, very interesting night.
Coming up.
Tonight's a little bit strange, I must say.
It was just a little bit awkward and you could sense the tension in the air.
I felt like it was basically a backhand across my face yesterday.
I think the idea that Blake has made a decision is utterly ridiculous, and all it says is that the girls doubt their own connections that much.
Tonight's a little bit strange, I must say. Like, I feel like the vibe's not there yet.
The cocktail party started very differently. The vibe was completely off and it was just a little bit awkward and you could sense the tension in the air.
Looks empty. Like, we could all sit on one couch now. Like, it's a little deserted.
There's been a lot of confusion in the house of late as to where Blake's loyalties are lying, and I haven't spent a lot of time with him lately and I don't seem to get the reassuring words that a lot of the other girls get. So I guess in essence, I'm letting things get to me. Hi.
Good evening.
Hello.
No, how's everyone doing tonight?
Good.
Yes. I've spoken to Lorena. She's been in a lot of pain. Despite it all, she's in good spirits.
I would hope that Lorena would get a rose this week. I think depending on how unwell she is, it depends if she can continue this journey or not.
We'd like to go for a chat.
I'll chat to you, Blake.
I was definitely keen to, you know, go and have a chat to Blake, but I just thought, you know, I knew Chantal wanted to speak to him, so first came off the rank, she went for it.
Sounds good. All right, let's go for it.
Okay. I felt as though he kind of knew something was going to be brought up.
What's been happening in the house?
A little bit of damage control from yesterday's date.
From yesterday's date?
Basically, the general feeling is that your decision is essentially in concrete. Because after yesterday's group date, the girls felt as though, yet again, they were on a single date.
Right.
Between yourself and Jess.
Jess takes the initiative.
But not everyone feels comfortable to do that when it seems that one person does it all the time.
No, Lisa does it quite often. So you don't know, you're fairly comfortable with your own skin.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the girls there, maybe not, and that was a little bit disappointing.
She looks quite standoffish, a smidge.
Yeah.
No, they're holding hands, they're right.
No, look at her body language, I can tell.
It is later on in the journey and people have feelings and emotions, and of course they have invested some of those into you. And when it seems as though it's a consistent situation that occurs on a group date, of course it makes some people question, because ultimately we do know that at the end you are going to make a decision and there is no time, you know, limit on true love. You might already know who that is. So I feel as though that it's just a few people are quite concerned about that.
I don't know who it is, but I would just love if people focus less on what other people are doing and more on what they're doing.
I'm only letting you know this because it's something that is concerning to a lot of the girls. And also myself. Yes, come on, I'm getting emotional. Yeah, it would be horrible to think that it's just kind of like game over now.
My decision isn't made up at all. At all. I can't stress that enough.
The girls knew exactly what conversation I was going to have with Blake, and they were curious to know how it worked out. And I, of course, came back a little bit emotional and, you know, it was confronting. I'm so hormonal and, emotional. It's ridiculous.
I haven't seen Chantal like this before. She almost had a defeated look on her face and she was just like, no, it didn't go well, it didn't go well.
What'd you chat about?
Just I addressed the vibe that had been in the house He was just kind of like, if you're shy, then that's kind of going to happen. You got to kind of put yourself out there.
Okay, that's interesting.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, I can only speak from someone who is affected by you guys coming home and relaying that information.
Maybe Blake took it as though, Chantal, you weren't even on this group date. Why are you bringing this up?
But because I've heard those details from you, that's why I came from the angle of, mate, what is going on there? You know what I mean?
Chantal is a massive influence within the house, and sort of what she says goes, and that energy that she was projecting was definitely rubbing off onto everyone. That was my first group date with Jess. And so, I don't know if all you guys know, but last time it blew up, I was the person that stepped in and I vouched for you, Jess, and I promised that you would never do that again. And I felt like it was basically a backhand across my face yesterday, that I had sat there and I'd vouched for you, and you made a conscious effort yesterday that, yeah, I don't know.
At no point has there been any discussion between Blake and I that has been like, oh, it's us. At no point has that happened. Now, we have a good chemistry, but that is not, it is not done. I think the idea that Blake has made a decision is utterly ridiculous, and all it says is that the girls doubt their own connections that much.
I'd actually like to have a chat to Sam if I could.
Sometimes there is such a long period of time between conversations, it's nice to sort of touch base. My hands are cold.
Ah, they're freezing. They're freezing.
I just wanted to get a few things off my chest because, you know, I personally believe that when I'm in a relationship, it's important to let people know how you're feeling. Like, communication is the absolute key to any relationship. I love group dates, and I love spending time with you, and I think you're brilliant. And I'm excited, and I miss you when you're not around. But it's hard to move forward and open up and speak about our feelings. And, you know, there are so many things that I would love to say to you that I don't feel comfortable doing because I don't want to make a complete fool of myself if you've already made up your mind about somebody. And I'm not very good at speaking about these kind of things.
You're better than you think you are.
Okay.
And I get it. I promise. I absolutely get it.
You know how hard it's been for me to open up and speak about my feelings, and, you know, it's been baby steps, and I know that with some of the girls, your relationship's like here and I'm about here, and I've probably spent the most time with you, and I get that because it's a different relationship.
I know that you and I have a wicked chemistry together. I don't know why you see yourself where you see yourself, but you're someone that I can picture a future with. And I feel that you have opened up to me, and I know it's hard, and I know you're shy about it, and I think that you articulate it much, much more effectively than you realise you do. But I love the way you still fumble through it. I love that. I dig that.
I feel so much more refreshed, and I feel like it put everything into perspective.
All right, shall we head back in?
Yeah, well, thank you, yeah. You know, I feel like there is still so much more I want to learn about Blake, and I want to develop this relationship because I do genuinely care for him and I can see a future with him. So it's important to nurture our relationship and move forward from something like this and, yeah, see where it goes. Lorena is in hospital, and I'm not sure whether or not she still gets a rose even though she's not here, or if she goes home.
After all the intense conversations that have been going on tonight, I have no idea who's going home.
Good evening, ladies.
Hi, Asha.
Another eventful week here at the Bachelor Mansion. Lisa, you received a rose on your single date. You're safe. I'm sure you're all quite keen for an update on Lorena. I can tell you that she is well on her way to recovery, and I'm pleased to say she'll be back here at the Bachelor Mansion very soon. Earlier in the day, Blake made sure that Lorena received a rose, and she's thrilled to find out that she's safe for another week. Which leaves Blake with only 5 roses to give out tonight. One of you must leave the mansion this evening.
I'm really nervous tonight. Even though I wasn't on the group date, I felt I needed to say something. I was pretty confrontational, and I'm not feeling too confident after that.
Here's Blake.
I am definitely not confident going into the rose ceremony. I think at this point, you kind of do have to move a little bit faster, and I'm a bit of a slow burn and like to take things step by step.
I know, I'll leave it with you.
Which might be a bit of a disadvantage at this point.
Jess is a little bit selfish and she didn't let me speak to Blake at all. They have that strong connection. I'm trying to look at it glass half full and stay positive. But it's like, where do I stand?
Sam. Sam, will you accept this rose?
Thank you.
Thank you.
I worry that because my name is constantly being brought up, Blake will start to second guess who he wants.
Louise. Will you accept this rose?
Waiting to find out if you get a rose is the most excruciating thing there is. I'm just gonna have to trust and believe that Blake knows who I am and how I feel.
Zoe. Will you accept this rose?
I will. You're gorgeous.
Jessica. Jessica, will you accept this rose?
I will.
I have been in two minds as to whether or not I made the right decision to go and speak to Blake, but I was being true to myself. And I just hope that it doesn't send me home.
I would love this to continue, and if I do get to spend some more time with Blake, I will open up that little bit more, you know, let my guard down. But am I going to get the chance? I just don't know at this point.
Chantel. Chantel, will you accept this rose?
Thank you.
Lauren, please take some time now to say goodbye.
Gorgeous girls. Oh, you all.
Thank you.
No worries. Good luck. Keep an open heart. Love it. They're beautiful.
Love you all. Love you.
Being a new girl coming in, it was a bit of a hard experience. I think maybe I didn't come out of my shell. It made me retreat a little bit in group situations. It's hard. All the girls that are left standing are beautiful souls, and I think he's going to have a hard time choosing.
Next time on The Bachelor.
He has flown me by helicopter. He's got a horse and carriage.
Blake pulls out all the stops for Louise.
Wow, he is really trying to impress me.
Before Sam sees her
It
chance
was quite an intimate, romantic moment.
and makes the most of it.
I feel like I'm falling in love with you, and I've never said that to you before.
Then,
The stakes are higher than ever before.
a masquerade ball.
This could be signifying the last cocktail party.
Will see dreams shattered.
That is full on.
That is terrifying.
I'm 100% freaking out.
Well, YouTube, if you can't get enough Bachelor content, then you need to see more highlights. You'll find them right here. And you can also subscribe to this channel by clicking below.